Hello and welcome to Awake Authors, a podcast about conscious writing and publishing by the digital authors. Today I have a guest for you. Her name is Beth. She's an author, teacher, a humanitarian. She brings a feminine, holistic approach to the sometimes masculine financial environment. By creating a space of financial wellness and wholeness, she supports people in creating breakthroughs in their relationship with self and money by releasing limited beliefs that are away from creating abundance. She wrote 3 books, and we're going deep into this in the interview. And her mission is making financial education and planning for the future empowerment and exciting, creating positive results through wealthy and healthy money habits to begin a really conscious and abundant life. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and give us a like. So in this way, you make sure that the algorithm suggests this episode other people who also love consciousness and being and living a beautiful life. My name is Wiebke, your self-publishing, writing, and book marketing expert. Every other Thursday, the wonderful Dr. C. She is a awake neuroscience, a poet, a healer, a sound artist, and myself guide you through the wonderful world of conscious writing and self-publishing. Hello, Beth, and welcome to our podcast, Awake Authors, the podcast about conscious writing and self-publishing. I'm so happy you took the time and joined me here in Costa Rica. So just to let the viewers know, we had some internet troubles, so it's kind of the digital nomad lifestyle, right? Being in the most beautiful places, and sometimes the internet doesn't work. So we decided I recording the question and Beth give her answer and recording herself. So, but we really want to do it, and we decided to choose this kind of format. So, Beth, again, thank you so much for being here and welcome. And you wrote 3 books already with the title Make Money Your Partner. And I'm just curious, Make Money Your Partner. So this is a series of 3 books. You call the first book your 30-day guide to financial wellness and healing. The second book is your 30 days guide to financial consciousness and abundance. And the last book in your series is your 30 days guide to financial alchemy and freedom. Can you guide us through a little bit to the content? Which kind of insight get the reader reading your books? And what makes every book unique? Like, what is the main content each of your book?
Hello. So great question. And actually, I started the book because I was in the financial industry in the book series. And so in 2019 was when the first book was written. That's Make Money Your Partner, your 30-day guide to financial wellness and healing. And I wrote them because of the things that I noticed, not only in the industry, that the heart-centered, compassionate approach was missing. And then the mindset was such a huge proponent into somebody's decision on whether they wanted to move forward with the product or service. And so I just really I was starting to notice some things that were missing within the industry. And so that's how the books started. And then also I was going on a journey in healing my relationship with money. And so I had started, toying around with this, all these financial practices within my journey. And so I had ended up meeting with a friend who had published books on Amazon. And at the time I thought I wanted to write my story. And she's like, what else you got? Because that's a big task. And so I told her that I had this financial journal that I'm, kind of toying with. And she actually helped me come up with a name, which was really great. And so the next day I sat in front of my computer and just huge download of information on just how to create this and structure it. And it just came very easy. And so that was the first book. And once I got the first book published and I saw this, I realized there's something more here. There's something bigger. And that's when I started to craft the content for book 2 and book 3. And during that time, even though I was crafting to have the books published, I had developed it into a coaching program. So the books you can buy and you can do them on your own. They're working journals, which are really great. But I also wanted to take it one step further because I know human nature and we can all just buy a book and then not do anything with it. And sometimes we need a little guidance and coaching along the way. And so that's why I ended up developing it into a coaching program. And so the 3-book series actually turns into a 13-week coaching program. So that's how the book series got started. And it's developed into so many different elements. So the first book is Make Money Your Partner, 30-Day Guide to Financial Wellness and Healing. And in this book is all about self-discovery, our limiting beliefs around money, and where do they get rooted from. And it allows people to begin this journey in healing their relationship with money. And then the second book is Make Money Your Partner, your 30-Day Guide to Financial Consciousness and Abundance. And in this book, it's now laying the foundation. Now that you've done some of the self-discovery work and really honed in on where you're currently at in your financial picture, now let's lay a solid, clear foundation. And so this is where we're introducing more financial concepts, a little bit more practical component here. And we're also touching on breath work, which is beautiful. So we talk about breath work. In all of the books, we talk about meditation and the importance of meditation. So that's the second book, Financial Consciousness and Abundance, because what we're doing now is we're creating this foundation and tapping into this new level of financial consciousness. And then the third book is Make Money Your Partner, your 30-Day Guide to Financial Alchemy and Freedom. And this is where you really touch into your vision and what it is that you want to create. Because when we're aligned with our vision and we're clear on what it is and what we want to accomplish, our spending habits will be much more in aligned with that. And so you just not only because the beautiful thing about the conversation about money, it's nonlinear. And so it touches every facet of our life. So when we can tap into this new higher version of ourselves and what this looks like and who this person is, then we start behaving differently and our confidence shifts and the way that we're spending and investing our money, it shifts. So that's all about the third book, which is Make Money Your Partner, Financial Alchemy and Freedom.
So in your second book, you wrote about consciousness and abundance. And since our channel, we are really interested in the concept of consciousness, and we want to know, what is consciousness for you and what has consciousness to do with finance?
Oh, that's great. So for me, financial consciousness is a couple of different things. One, it's being aware of how money works and the basic financial concepts and knowing that, right? Being conscious and being aware of that. And then also it's my personal finances, being in touch with and conscious of my spending and my habits and how I'm being with money. And then the other way, I guess you can say, of being financially conscious is overall, right? You can look at, because again, money is nonlinear. The conversation around money is nonlinear. It touches everything. So when we're conscious of our spending, when we're again aligned with our vision and what it is that we want to create for ourselves, we're mindful of what we're doing, what we're spending, how we're investing, how we're saving. And so there's becomes this beautiful new consciousness and mindset that opens up. And then, we might notice that we're eating better, right? Because our health is really important to us. And then that is money, right? We're maybe spending less on going out, and we're spending, more money is going towards buying groceries and cooking at home. And so you could be saving money in that regard. So looking at that, or looking at some of the habits, maybe less drinking is occurring, maybe more exercise is happening. So looking at all these different conscious ways of being, and guarantee money touches all of it, right? And so how do we even show up in our relationships? How do we show up more confidently and in our work and our careers? And so it's an overall consciousness. So the financial consciousness, it's about creating an overall mindfulness on money and how it plays in all different areas of our life. I'll give you an example. I used to buy things, a lot of things, and because I felt like I needed it, right? I've now, because of my growth and healing, and this isn't for everyone, but this is me, I'm now living a very minimal lifestyle. I just choose not to spend money on a lot of things that I would probably once spend money on. And I ended up really going through a more recent journey, actually, when I moved here to Costa Rica, is I got rid of most all of my belongings, and it was the most freeing thing for me. And it really allowed me to really look at how much money I ended up wasting on things. So that's a more conscious way. Like, are we spending on things that aren't aligned with our vision? And how are we choosing to invest, and where are we choosing to invest? And another thing that I'll mention on that is, people are becoming much more mindful of the stocks that they're choosing to invest in. Are they aligned with their values? So this is another really great opportunity to touch on the financial consciousness of, am I investing in a stock that's aligned with my values? And so there are financial professionals out there who support people in finding that right stock to invest in that's with a company that is aligned with their values and their beliefs. And I think it's beautiful. So financial consciousness, it's the way to do it.
So you were suggesting in your book series a 30 days workflow. Why 30 days? Why did you choose 30 days?
I chose 30 days for the books. Each book is 30 days, which totals 90 days, which is quite the journey. And because we've heard it time and time again, to break a habit, it's 21 days or more, right? And so I felt 30 days is good because it's almost a full calendar month, right, in most months. And so I thought 30 days is a really good time for people to really start shifting their way of thinking and being and operating in their habits. And that's the beauty of this work, is being able to witness our own personal transformation in the journey of the 30 days. And so the great thing is because there's 3 books, it actually totals to 90 days. And yes, somebody could probably just get book 1 and be done. But if you're really wanting to the next level, you're going to definitely want to continue with book 2 and book 3.
Okay, to give a little intro, I just want to read Beth, Make Money Your Partner, welcome page, because she also offers workshops, and which I was lucky enough to join in San Jose, in Costa Rica, a few weeks ago. And she has amazing resources and helps you so much to really dig deep and understand your own relationship with money. And I just want to go through some things and give you like a little quote from her workshop. And it's this. This holistic approach to financial freedom will allow you to begin letting go of limiting beliefs you hold about yourself and money, which no longer serves you. And as a result, you will start to experience the enlightenment of your mind, body, and spirit as you create breakthroughs in your relationship with money. While it is very important that you are educated and empowered in your financial life so that we can make clear and confident choices without first healing our internal dialogue, any concepts we learn about how to handle our finance are just concepts. We need to learn about ourselves and how we can best utilize those concepts so that we don't allow old patterns to return again and again. Today and together, we will engage in meaningful and transformative conversation so we can move into abundance. This is really powerful, and also her workshops and her online course. If you haven't checked out it yet, I put you the link below of all information about Beth and her book series, Make Money Your Partner. So a question to Beth. You mentioned that any concepts we learn about how to handle our finance are just concepts. What are you meaning with this?
So what I mean by that is because when I was in the industry, part of our role, which is what really, excited me about the company that I was working with, is that we educated people on finances, just basic concepts that we didn't learn in school, we didn't have in our households, most of us. And so what I started noticing is the mindset, right? Because what I would a lot of times do is sit in front of a client and I would share with them basic financial concepts, and then I'd follow up with them a day or two later, and you could really hear on the phone the shift in the mindset, that it went back to an old paradigm thinking, and what we just were so excited about learning is no longer exciting anymore. So it really comes down to the mindset and creating new healthy habits, because what I'm saying there is that we can learn concepts, but until we're shifting the mindset, they're just concepts. We've got to really put the concepts into practice, into our daily life, day in and day out, and be in that practice.
So in your workshop, you mentioned a few times that the goal and your mission with this workshop and with your book series is living a financially conscious life. So what do you really mean with this? And how can your readers and the viewers creating financial consciousness, what do they need? What are the tools to really be conscious and aware of your finance and starting a conscious relationship with your new partner, your money?
So some great tools that I have for your viewers is I have some free resources on my website, actually. And so if you go to betheldana.com and go to free resources, there you can download. I have a budget sheet if you're just looking for simple ways to create a budget for yourself. And again, this is just a practice to continue up. So it's just very basic budget sheet. And then I also have a connect with your finances. And this is a great way for you to connect with your money in an emotional way. And so you're able to do the PDF download there, where you'll go into the more practical components of connecting with your finances. And then you'll go into a more emotional, where you're going to tap into your feelings of around your money. So those are some tools that are on my website, and those are free for you. And then also, if you want to subscribe to our email database, I'm always putting out content to our email subscribers. And then again, you can you can register via my website at betheldana.com.
So in your workshops, you're creating a few and very interesting ways how to really connect with money, which are, for example, journaling, gratitude, meditations, really connecting with your finance. And I'm just wondering, why is inner work so important for outer abundance?
Oh, so the inner work is so important to our outer world and creating abundance because, right, we hear about it, energy, vibration, frequency, and that's coming in from us internally. So if we really want to create abundance in all forms of our life, including money, it's about shifting our energy, our vibration, and our frequency internally and healing what needs to be healed so that we can actually truly come from a place of abundance. And a lot of times we're focused on the lack and the scarcity and the fear and the worry around money. So a good place to start if somebody's wanting to shift into an abundance way of living is start with looking at what's in your life that is abundant. You can look at the food that you probably have in your home. If there's an abundant amount of food, there's an abundant amount of friends in your life. You can look at so many other areas in your life where you are experiencing abundance. And then there you're going to be tapping into that energy and that frequency and that feeling of abundance. And then you're going to naturally start being in that place of abundance. So the internal work is very important for us to create what it is that we really want to create in the exterior world.
Beth, thank you so much. This is such a pleasure having you here. And the last question for you is, what's next? What is next? Do you write a new book? Do you create a new online course? Do you go further with your podcast? How can we connect with you in the future?
Yeah, so what's next? Oh my gosh, so many great things. Thank you for asking. I am here in Costa Rica. I'm based in Costa Rica. And so what's next is bringing the live workshops and live events to Costa Rica. And they've happened on a small scale and they'll continue to grow and evolve as we grow and evolve. And so I'm really excited to bring that to the community. And that's obviously for everybody. That's for people who are visiting here and people who live here. So I'm really excited to be bringing our workshops to Costa Rica. And the books are actually being translated into the Spanish language. So that's another really exciting thing that's going to be offered. And we do have our 13-week group coaching program. That's all online. So that's anybody from all over the world can join in our group program. And again, we're going through the entire book series. And I will support you in guiding you all the way through so you can create major breakthroughs in your life and create some really great results for your money and your vision and what you have set, so that you are coming from a place that's energy isn't aligned with your vision. So if you're interested in our 13-week group coaching program, you can again go to my website and is betheldana.com and fill out the form there, and we'll definitely be in touch. So, and again, free resources on the website if you'd like to sign up for our email subscriber. I send out content to our email community, and those are ways that we can stay connected. So I'm excited for those of you who this really resonates with, and that you really are able to create a healthy, vibrant relationship with money. Because the beautiful thing is that this work touches so many different areas of our life. And so when we can really heal our relationship with money, other areas of our lives just start to blossom. It's a nonlinear conversation, money and finances. So I'm really excited for those of you who really take the next step into this work. And I'd be really excited to hear from you and what you create. So thank you so much for having me. I loved our time together, and ciao for now.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy you be here today and you enlighten us in the world of conscious and finance. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your like and subscribe. See you next Thursday. Bye-bye.